All right, guys, so we're back to working on the shipper shop assembly for the commercial 10A. And I found a box of parts that I forgot I had. And in there is all the parts I need to fix this thing. So let's take a look. This is the original shipper shaft off the C10A that has the broken ear. And there's a lot of play in this thing too, up and down. So definitely it had some flaws. But here's what we gotta do. We gotta take this top off. Inside this hole right here is an Allen key. So we got to get our Allen wrench and see if we can take that out. And then we can disassemble it. So let's do that first. There's an Allen key in here. Let me see if I can get it out. They're tough a lot of time. Got it. So let's see if we can unscrew that thing. And then if we get that out, you don't have to go out all the way. The top will slide right off the shipper shaft, if we're lucky. Let's see. I'll loosen a little bit more. It's just like a little cap that goes in there. Should be able to pull it right off. Should is the key word. It probably just needs a little prying. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to put this screwdriver in there and see if we can't pry it out. Huh. It should come right off. We shouldn't have any issues here. But obviously we do. It's hard to see in there. It might be broken. Okay, so after putting a flashlight in there, there's another set screw in there beneath the one that we just took out. There's two for some reason. I've never had that happen before. So now we can take it off. That was good. So let's investigate this thing a little further. Okay, so here is the body itself. And basically you just slide the shaft right out the bottom of the body. And this is where our problem is. Now, a lot of these have like a ball bearing in here. This one doesn't seem to have that, which is kind of strange. And in the bottom here, there's even a little hole like where that ball bearing would be. Now, in my box of goodies here, I have this one here, which is, I think it's a little bit worn. If you look at the hole on the bottom, the diameter is a lot bigger than it is on the top. Maybe that's why it's in this box and not being used, but anyways, let me just see here. If I put this shipper shaft in there, how is it? Oh, it's fine. It might be a little bit worn, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a little bent on the top here. On the left side here under my thumb, it's definitely bent. These things are actually really hard to straighten out, but we're just going to try it like that anyways and say the hell with it. I don't think it's going to create a problem. Here's another one that was in the box. This one is bent a little bit too. And trying to look in there. I think this one might have a ball in there. It's hard to tell, but there's a bunch of crap stuck under it over here. And that very well could be from a ball. Well, looking at the illustrated parts list, there is no ball and spring in the 1972 commercial 10A IPL here. It would be somewhere in this spot here, and there's nothing. So, and then it shows another one over here, and there's nothing over there either. So we should be good. What this thing is that the pin on the top is busted off. And in this box, I had a bag that has two of those pins in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a punch and just punch it out through the bottom here. And then we should be able to just hammer the new one back in the hole and we should be good. Let's give it a shot. All right, so I don't have a workbench set up here or anything right now, so it's really is crude, but I'm going to try to hammer it out down here with this punch on top of this piece of my press here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was simple. So that came right out. And now what we're going to do is take one of these new ones here And we'll basically, let's just investigate this for a minute. You basically got to have it be flush against the bottom here, maybe up just a hair so that it's not driven up so that it's sticking out past where the shoulder is. So let me just see how this looks here. How hard is this going to be to drive in there is the next question. It's a pretty tight fit, so let me see here. Yeah, that's not easy, guys. Thing's already like cocked. I just started. That's weird. Are they the same diameter? Yeah, they are. I guess it's just a tight fit. That's good though, huh? You want a tight fit. I wonder if it would be better to go down from the top. Yeah, definitely. I just pushed it in with my hand without even trying. There we go. Let's give it a little tap with the hammer here. There we go. That's pretty good. Yeah, that should be perfect, just like that. So now, all we gotta do is take our shipper shaft again here and basically just take this and put it on the top here. I'll pull it down so it's fairly tight. And we'll get our little Allen key here and just tighten this bitch up. Let's see. Oh, you get the idea. Just gotta tighten the screw and we'll be all done. All right, so we're back here to the tractor and we pretty much just gotta slap everything back together. But before we do that, let's make note of a couple things here. This bolt here is not the bolt that's supposed to be in here. I looked in the IPL and it's supposed to be a carriage bolt, and this is not a carriage bolt. It might be that someone's been in here before and worked on this. That's my gut feeling. And if you come over here to the rest of these parts, let's explain a couple other features here. This is the correct bolt for the left side. The right side that has this bushing needs to be longer. And there's supposed to be a special washer that goes on top of that bushing that fits around the thing properly, and this is not the right washer. Luckily, I have a bag of them. These here are correct OEM Gravely washers, which are the proper things to use on there. So here's what we're gonna do. When we put the shipper shaft together, we just gotta make sure that this block is in the dog gear. And you know, it's not that bad to do. This one does have the retainer plate here, which is what that carriage bolt is supposed to bolt into. But typical Gravely fashion, they make all these things, these oddball sizes, and I forget what it is, but it's like a 5/8 length, and the other side is something in 1/4. It's like you can't go to the store and just get all these weird lengths, so people rig stuff up. So we're just gonna put it back together the way it was. The fact that this isn't a carriage bolt, I don't think is gonna have a lot of impact, but that might be why it was loose, is because you couldn't tighten it up, because the square hole there was also something that would help prevent the bolt from spinning, which now it can't be prevented from spinning based on it not being a carriage bolt. So maybe I will just run over to the hardware store and get one. I don't know. I really want to mow the lawn though. I think I'm just going to slap it back together and call it a day.